Boy, this weather out here.
Crazy.
It's
Fly, Eagles, fly. Boy, you know how we do this. Smitty up the field, Booby on the wheel. Jalen and AJ think how we put a steel fight. Eagles, fight. Oh, you know we gon' do that. BG, big player, Vontae, Bradbury, pick 6 in the bag. Boy, sweaty on the line, flash that with him. Boy, the Kobe gon' get him, constant, hit him. Boy, and my dog, big as my lot of switching names up. Should be Philly, got it sold up, bro. Why ball? Swoop Boys.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's the Swoop Boys. We back at you with a pre-game show. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. Game day. Obviously, game day. Marcus, what up? I got my man with me. He's going to give us all access to Houston, all the way from Houston, Texas.
Hey, as you can see, these roads is tough, boy. The same way like our Eagles schedule looking, these roads is tough, man.
Facts. No, my bad. So what were you saying about the weather? Because I had clicked it and I was trying to get off of it, and then it started.
I'm not sure if we're getting rain, per the hurricane or whatever, but it's been raining all day, and then on top of it, it's been like, I won't say below freezing, but it's like 52 degrees right now in Texas.
Woo!
Yeah,
buddy. Yo, ECG was good, B. Back at you with the back at you, man. We about to get ready for this Eagles game. I'm gonna elaborate a little bit on it real quick. Talk some business with it. So, how's your confidence into this, man? Like, give me your confidence rating, like, because I feel like I talked to Gail. I just got off the phone with JC. Shout out to JC and those guys are all at the game. I talked to a few other people too. They sound like kind of like nervous, like the trap word. How you feeling?
I ain't gonna say the trap word, but bro, Chase Young's not playing, which is a plus up, but we lost Avonte Maddox, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, did Avonte play the last time we played Washington, or was that Josiah Scott in the lineup? If Scott was in the lineup, then yeah, we should be straight. But you're thinking now, all right, with the day of the game, placing Avonte on IR, I know Josiah's been playing. He's been practicing with the ones.
Right.
But what's the game plan for Gannon to still help Josiah? Because at the end of the day, as a coach, you got to put your players in the best position for them to succeed. So is that CJ Gardner backing up Avonte in the slot? Are you going to look and basically let Josiah play until he fell, then give him some help? Okay. Or do you play aggressive and you let Josiah make his game off the mistakes of the defense? Off the offense. So
gotcha.
I won't say I'm nervous, but and then Taylor Heineke, man, it's Washington is on a hot hand right now. Yeah, they lost last week to the Vikings, but Heineke is the better quarterback. So it's going to be the same thing. Short, quick passes. They got Terry, that Ferrari out there, and it's going to be one of them games, man.
All right. How can let's just stick on the defensive side, what you just talked about right there. So as you guys know, ECG said, hope you guys are excited. We definitely are, man. When the Birds were playing, we definitely excited. So Mark just elaborated on basically what happened today. The Eagles have placed a cornerback Avonte Maddox on injured reserve. So that means he's going to be out for at least about 4 games. 4 to 6, actually. Games. So it just, hamstrings are tricky, man. So it's crazy, though, because, Marcus and I were at the football game, the Houston game.
I don't remember him coming out of the game.
Remember, I told you. I said, why is Maddox?
You said that's it. You did.
I said, why is Maddox a gunner on special teams? Well, why? Like, why? These are Like
that's right. And he was holding his hamstring. That is right.
absolutely.
Mm.
So they obviously they put him on reserve and have elevated Mario Goodrich. I believe he played at played at Clemson, right?
He was at Clemson with your boy K. Wallace.
Yes. So not too confident in that. But this is just a practice. He's coming from a practice squad. He's going into a live roster. He's not necessarily going to play. He's probably going to be more of special teams. Sachere is probably going to get a lot more playing time along with Josiah Scott. So, I mean, you already put your thoughts into that. Me personally, this is how I think. I think this is something like this makes me real nervous. This does really, really make me nervous. And due to the fact that Curtis Samuels lines up in the slot a lot, and he can go off anytime. I mean, he had an amazing catch against the Vikings last week. Like you said, Washington is catching fire. Yes, they did lose, but they lost in typically good fashion. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's. I'm saying I'm just getting weird vibes from this game. Is it me that's tripping, or am I just feeling the bug that everybody else is getting? Let's get into the comments.
It's the season, man. It's like flu season. Everybody's getting it, but at the end of the day, we're all gonna be all right. And like Cuzzo said, he's probably he's 50-50. Either he's bugging or he's on point. Right now, he's on point. I think we're just looking a little bit too much into it. But if you look at the positive, that's good for us. We're now bringing guys up to get some game time experience, which is going to be needed when it's time for that playoff push. So, and then I completely forgot about Andre being on the starting roster. He's a better fucking safety than Kayvon. So I think now when you bring that up, that kind of like my mind a little bit.
Okay. So you have a little bit more confidence in Andre Sachere than obviously. I mean, Andre Sachere, I felt like he's more of like an outside corner. So he could play safety. He plays safety though. He plays safety. So you can switch them up, but I feel like Gardner Johnson's just got the defense down, right? Do you just automatically switch him automatically? Like how? Like, you know what I mean?
Not switch. If anything, now Andre on certain sets when it comes to the personnel, I think Andre will replace Kayvon, and then Kayvon will be a sub out for Epps because Kayvon can play the box. That's what he did at Clemson because he was like a outside linebacker hybrid flex. So Andre's more of a better coverage safety than Epps is, but Epps maintained to be on the field because he was a thumper. So now you're having that opportunity of letting Andre take Kayvon's spot in those coverages because when they do play that, cover 4 that quarters, Wallace was a liability, but Andre out there, he's not much of a liability. He can cover a lot more better compared to what Kayvon was.
Right. I don't know, man. It just there's something about this game. I don't know. It has me a little bit uncomfortable. I have full confidence in the Eagles that they'll be able to take care of business. I don't know. This is something, I don't know. I guess I'm in my own head, like you said. I think I'm in my own head.
Hey, it's one of those. It's a long week. The last time we played was literally Thursday, and then we got a Monday night game. Everybody else has played, and all eyes are on us. So, of course, we're going to be nervous because all of Cowboys Twitter is going to have, be licking their chops for every mistake Philly does. And then, and hey, kudos to Mama Hurts, bro. I guess she got the time in the world because she's been going toe for toe with everybody talking shit about her baby. So kudos to Mama Hurts, but there's a lot of people talking about, Jalen's not a true QB. He needs to throw for 400 X, Y, and Z, where he has been close to that 400. But this is the time where, as we've always been preaching, can we get all three phases of the game for 4 quarters and play Eagles football, regardless of, we beat the Commanders in DC or wherever the fuck they play. Can we
They
beat
play in Maryland. They play in Maryland.
Wherever, can we play Eagles football, come out and do what we're supposed to while handling the minor weaknesses, which are going to be, I won't say secondary, but safety, and then the run game. That's always, and you got your boy Brian Robinson on the Commanders, he's been looking decent, and Heineke got some wheels too.
Yeah, for sure. So this is my opinion on the Commanders' offense. I feel like they're really force feeding the ball to Brian Robinson. I feel like they're really force feeding him the ball. He brings a unique running style into their offense. And then they like to get Antonio Gibson and those guys going. I mean, it's to the point where Gibson is now doing kick returns. So they're trying to get some juice, something live, some way, somehow. And then on top of that, Heineke is produced way more better numbers and has the offense going better than Carson Wentz. I'm just saying. I think he's like at a rating at like 113. They're averaging. I think the rating is their offense is averaging almost like 113 compared to Wentz's like 87% or something like 80%. Yeah, something like that. Something crazy. So he's like literally like 30% way over. I mean, he runs the offense way more efficient. And then I also see that Taylor Heineke, he's not all that great of a quarterback, but he can get some things going. And then when he gets hot, he gets hot. I mean, let's be honest. We had a tough game with him last year to end the season. And luckily, Rodney McLeod saves the season for us, so we go into the playoffs.
I understand the comparison to last season, but we got to leave last year in the past because this is a whole new set of personnel. Sure. And our secondary is top 5 when it comes to Slay, Bradbury, and CJ. And then, of course, TJ Edwards has been playing lights out. Kaiser White has been playing phenomenal coverage as a linebacker, but being at the ball to a certain extent. And then we have those guys, Hassan Reddick. This is what now Robert Quinn's 3rd game as an Eagle. So hopefully we should see Quinn's role and involvement in the defense increase. Right. And then as well, hopefully Gannon starts. I would like to see Gannon get pretty on the defense a little bit. Stop being, fancy. Get pretty out there. You got the guys to do it. So this should be the game where you're able to. And once again, Washington still doesn't have an O-line. So like you were saying, they're force feeding the ball to Gibson and to Robinson. Both of them dudes are thumper running backs. And as we saw yesterday in the Packers game, if you run the ball, you can control the game regardless. You're controlling the clock by keeping the clock running. The defense is going to stay on the field a lot longer, so they're fatiguing. So initially, even if Philly's up, they're constantly running the ball. They're eventually going to break 1 or 2 off. Right.
So my thing is this: so if you're saying establish a run game, we're facing the D line that's actually pretty good. I mean, they're second in pressures with 33.7%, and they have 23 sacks. This is not, with Payne and those guys going him. This isn't like no slouch of a D line. This D line, they got some weapons. The offensive line, terrible. I think, and like you said, I think this is going to end up being a Robert Quinn game. I think he's learned the offense since he's had this little mini bye to be able to get the language down, understand it. I don't really see how the D line has anything different besides, we do see at times with Sweaty and Graham, in coverage at times, which I hate. And I get it. You want to scheme different things, right? So I get it, but I don't want to see that with Quinn. I don't want to see Quinn in coverage. I want to see Quinn pinning his ears back, go and get the quarterback. Go ahead.
If I'm Gannon, this is more than likely what I want to see. I want to see. Honestly, this is how I would scheme it up. I would have Hassan play opposite of the running back, and then depending on the formation, I would have Josiah. I wouldn't put him in coverage as much. I would go a disguise like cover one, having either Epps or Andre play the center field, and then have the opposing safety come down and play that slot. And then I would send Josiah on a blindside blitz, just opposite of the running back. Because as well, what we're doing is we're playing these non-traditional mobile quarterbacks, and we're getting lazy and not being disciplined on the edge control. So if we got to get to our quarterback, get to pressure on the QB, you got to find an out-of-the-box way to get back there. And if you let Hassan focus on getting to the quarterback to maintain edge, and then you're allowing the safety to come off the edge while that outside tackle got to try and block either Sweat, BG, or Quinn, that should be at least an easy sack or at least easy pressure to allow Heineke to make a mistake for either Slade, Barber, or CJ to benefit from it.
Got you. So I see where you're going here. You want to create some confusion for Heineke.
Of course. He's a starter. This is what, his second or third year under Ron Rivera. He's familiar with the terminology, but as well, he's not a starter for a reason. So there's some flaws that he has in his game, and it's probably the decision making. Now, is it better than Carson Wentz? As of right now, it is. So if we can get that internal clock to speed up a little bit, to force him to get rid of the ball or hold on to the ball a little bit longer, that should be where we should benefit. Like, we're leading the league in takeovers, or the differential in takeovers, and we're doing it for a reason. And Gannon has been excelling at that aspect of it. So let's play to that strength and force turnovers by, like I said, giving them normal looks, but then making them think of something completely different by what we're showing.
Right. Hey, I can't even argue right there. Carl brings up a good point, though. He said, y'all forgot we at home. Most definitely. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rocking at the link. Hopefully, JC and those guys will be able to jump on and give us the vibes there. Because like I said, right now, I need y'all to cheer me up, man. I don't know. This past weekend, I had a good weekend. I spent a lot of time with my wife and my daughter. Went to go see the Wakanda Forever. Great movie. We're going to talk about that a little bit on Tuesday. So I'll pop in if you can, if you're free on the Hey Poppy show. Quick question though. So once you dissect it, you're seeing what you want to do with the defense. What about offense? What is the by the way, happy birthday to the Slim Reaper. Happy to Devontae Smith, man. Smitty.
Skinny Batman.
His birthday. Yeah, Skinny Batman. It's his birthday today. So shout out to him. Happy birthday. I hope he has that game. He can recollect what he did in the first meeting that when we beat the Commanders. But yeah, go ahead and tell me what did you do on offense and who's your player to watch out for.
So it's Shane. Shane has made it prevalent that he wants to focus on passing the ball, but then in the second half go to the run game. With the Commanders' defense and that front four being who they are, we're probably going to see a repeat of the last game, where you're going to kind of start seeing quick passes to either Goddard, or I don't want to see bubble screens to Quez. If I got somebody like Quez, I want him on a jet sweep, something like an under center, wide open, fake the ball, just misdirection. As we saw in the Texans game, what opened up our running game was the misdirection under center to Miles Sanders. So if we can get the defense flowing one way, just to give room, because the matchup we want is big bodies versus little bodies, meaning Kelsey, Mailata, Dickerson. We want them blocking safeties, linebackers, and corners. So the best.
So you want them getting to the second level. You want to get into the second level.
You got to. But as well, front four, as you said, second in league in pressures. So we got to get rid of the ball a lot quicker. So
Yeah.
that's going to mean, are you going to get, mesh routes in the middle as far as, double drags? Or we're probably going to see a little bit of the pistol, the shotgun formation where you have probably Pascal lining up in your flex position and where
Right.
he's rolling out on a speed drag. And then you're basically letting Jalen read off of the DN and going that route. So my main focus is offense is to basically minimize the bleeding we're going to take in the trenches, because no knock on Salamala, that's probably who they're going to come after. And then if they took notes from that Texans game, Washington's probably going to show a lot of wide nine. And so you got to find a way to beat that, because they're going to get past those D tackles.
Yep. And so with that, I say this: attack their corners. Their corners, their corners give up a lot. I mean, a lot. That's how the Vikings were actually were beating them, man. Like they were giving up. I mean, who was it? Thielen. I mean, Thielen isn't even the same Thielen from 2017, 2015, 2016. He was doing work. The tight end Hawkinson that they got from the Lions, which is crazy. He traded in the division. He was getting involved, but the main person was actually gashing him up was that guy, the gritty man, Justin Jefferson. So I say that you just go ahead and you go after them, get Smitty involved and attack their corners. Yeah, man, I want to see some more tight end screens, because let's be honest, Dallas Goedert, he's the man when it comes to making people miss and getting some things in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. That's been his niche. You're lining up, Goddard in either 21 personnel or 11 personnel, and he slips right out because you're thinking run, and then bam, he's gone up the field for 15, 20 yards on a damn, screen. If Washington's smart, if you got Goddard and Zach Pascal on the same side, you might as well just go ahead and press some dudes up, because that's the screen all day. Pascal's not out there to catch to run routes. He's blocking. Now he has been starting getting more involved in the pass game, and then that's another thing. If I'm thinking like that, it's a chess match. If teams are thinking Pascal hasn't been getting that many touches, let's start using that as to our advantage. Let him do slip routes, that type of deal, because they're thinking screen. Don't what's the card game where you're shuffling the card. That's how Shane needs to be with this offensive scheme. Same role, but shuffle. Same personnel, but shuffle the roles of each player up, because the defense won't be able to key on now. Who is it going to?
I don't know, man. I like I said, I need some more energy, bro. I need something. I need something. But let's get to this chat though. Yo, Chad Sunder, yo, what up? What's going on? Let's go Birds. Y'all know what we're about to do. Y'all know we about to win, man. Now Marcus is giving me the confidence, feeding the information to me and telling me, yo, we gonna do business. We gonna do work tonight. Your MVP. If you're MVP for this game, we need a new defense. Does not like Gannon.
If I had to go MVP, a part of me is saying Devontae, because it's his birthday and I feel he has that extra swag. But I want to step up and say, I think Miles Sanders is due for a game. So that's who's my MVP is going to be.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Miles Sanders is due for a game. He's due for a game where he goes like 150, 170, 2 touchdowns. He's been having a phenomenal year. Healthy. And just staying in the mix, man. He's making an argument where, hey, Howie, pay me. You know what I mean? So we'll see there. One thing I do want to talk about is Jalen Hurts, man. as we see, the Cowboys have lost, and and man, did they mess up my parlay? But that's either there or there, right? What I seen last night from the Cowboys, where they were getting gashed, their running defense was getting, their run game was just, they were just getting gashed. I don't know what's going on with Michael Parsons, and then what's going on the flip side with the Giants. The Giant, I mean, who they played this last weekend? It was
Texans.
The Texans. The Texans actually was trying to get with them and get along with them. So, we got another Swoop Boy just joined the podcast. Our guy, Potion, what up, B? What's good?
Up and Chrome and all that stuff, but we ain't here. What's happening?
I figured that. I was, because for some reason it said that your email and all that crap, and I was like, all right, whatever.
It's all good. We in the building.
Yeah. But so me and Coach are basically talking about the game right now, just saying like I need energy, man. I feel like the negative vibes was getting on me this past week. The teams that I thought were going to win didn't win. Buffalo had that, which was probably game of the year. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean. They lost. Dallas lost to the Packers, but we kind of know that's kind of like Aaron Rodgers just owns the Dallas Cowboys. Right. And then you look at the Indiana.
Pause. It's not. No, put the respect on my man name. Aaron Jones, since he came into the league, has been owning the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World or in Lambeau. Let's give my man his respect. Give my man his respect, bro.
Okay, Aaron Jones owns the Dallas Cowboys, Right. But then on the flip side, you got Indianapolis Colts, brand new coach. The Raiders come in there and they just lay an egg.
Jeff Sunday, no more Jeff Saturday. Jeff Sunday.
Like it's crazy, man. Like it's is this one of those weeks where any given Sunday. So I'm basically just saying, hey, I need you guys, give me the energy, give me something. Give me that good juju where I'm like, hey, let's go.
Man, we play Washington on a Monday night. You remember the last time we did one of those?
Massacre on Monday.
6 of them things. First play, 88 yards. I hear that call from what's his face in my sleep. 88 yards for the touchdown. And I love that. Who was it? It wasn't Landon. It was I forgot what their safety was that they was talking match.
The steroid dude, Collins.
Yeah.
This is the 60s.
It was Darren Landry.
Yeah, Landry. Yep. LaRon Landry, I think. Yeah, he got smoked. But bro, so Heineke's better than Carson. I'd say that's a pretty obvious statement. They come in a little healthier, but bro, we at home. And it's Smitty's birthday today. He came suited and booted pregame.
Came suited and booted. So Carl, my cousin Carl said Monday night, Philly, come on.
Come on, Carl.
I'm just saying, man. I need some energy, man.
It was a weird week, though.
It is. It's been a weird week, and then people have been hitting me up. I get a lot of fans from different in our conference always hit me up. Oh, King, y'all going down this week. So my DM be full of just hate.
Yeah, we heard it for 8 weeks.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's funny, man. So I just want to know, man, how are we feeling? But Poacher, you just broke it down to me. Marcus, you killing the game right now. You know what I'm saying? Giving me the X's and O's. I feel like this is going to be an Eagles victory. I think it will be. I think it's going to look sloppy in the beginning because we haven't played since last Thursday.
Yeah.
But I think, in the second half, we don't really trail. So second quarter, we get live. We get messy with it. So that's what we do. We get busy with it, right?
I think that's where we're going to go. Now, on the flip side, we out of Vontae Maddox. So we got Mario. Yeah. I forgot what his last name was. So they're probably going to try him. But they picked on Bradbury, I think it was the last 2 games, and he stood tall. So we'll see probably a lot of motion just to see if it's zone or man. And they're going to find where Mario's at and just to try and test him because I don't think he's
well. And this is basically what I was saying this before. Heineke is actually good against man.
Nice.
So he's actually pretty good against man. So I want to see a little bit of a mix up. I want to fool Heineke into making mistakes. We already know Josiah Scott's going to be the guy that's going to be that slot corner, right? But Marcus did make some sense though, since Andre. I cannot.
Shashere.
Sashere. I said his name. I said his name the first time perfectly, right? And now I jack it up. Must be the dilly. This is Philly. I think Sashere comes in. I think he's going to get some playing time tonight at safety. And then you might actually switch it up and put Jason Gardner at the slot corner.
I'm kind of excited to see him.
You can switch it up, and this is basically what it is because our secondary, which is Gannon. Gannon likes having versatile DBs, so I think we'll be okay here.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe we blitz, maybe we do. That's like the biggest question. Like, will we?
Yeah, it's the blitzing. The blitzing is definitely a question.
Heineke is a way better decision maker than Carson is. But we saw how you do that is you put pressure. So, okay, you make that decision-making time way shorter, and then we'll see, Hassan get off. And everybody keeps talking about Washington's defense is going to come in. I know they were unhealthy when they played us, but like just the effort, our scheme was better. And I don't think we're going to let our foot off the gas in a divisional game, especially with how tight it is. Mm-hmm. Dallas goes one game back after yesterday. So it's really us and the midgets right now, but I cannot wait till the New York game. But 1 week at a time, I think it's going to be a little iffy like the Houston game. And I think we'll put it out second half.
Right. So one thing, I'm not understanding this. There's something going on with this. This is a mystery. Trey Sermon is inactive for the third time this season. What is going on here? My man has played great ever since he put an Eagles uniform on. The little opportunities that he's gotten, he has exceeded his expectations. I don't know why he's not playing.
Do we get we don't get a roster spot or nothing like from just labeling somebody inactive, right? It's not like we're swapping one in to like put somebody on the practice squad or something like that. We just mark him as inactive, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So what happens is and somebody in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, you're supposed to have a certain amount of people active, and then it's all a numbers game. So if you look at each position, all right, quarterback, you got 2, which is that's going to be Gardner and Hurts. Running backs, you're at 3. Sanders, Gainwell, and then Boston Scott. All right, now if you look at wide receivers, you're looking at Pascal. You're looking at Smitty. You're looking at AJ. You're looking at Watkins. Quez. So that's only 4 receivers active.
Five wide
who's
receivers.
The 5th one?
The little Kane dude. Or
no, the little dude, our punt returner.
Kevin Allen?
I can't remember his name.
Covey.
Yeah, Covey.
So that's 5 receivers on the roster, and then you go to tight end. You got Dallas, Stoll. Is it Togai?
Is Dallas, Stoll, and Calcaterra?
Calcaterra. That's 3, and then you're looking at which 8. Position do you need more depth at? Is it the secondary? Because if those guys come down, or is it the offensive line? I don't even know half of the damn backups outside of Juergens and who else is there?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you got Juergens, you got oh my god, is it Togai?
Togai
not Togai. He's a defensive. He's a
Tuipulotu is a deep tackle.
Yes.
It's Tua. Yeah, it's Tua.
It's Tua. Yeah.
Tuipulotu.
Opeta. I couldn't think of his name.
Opeta. That's who it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was because I think we brought somebody to make room for like an extra DB. I know it's Josh Joby, it's Shash, Mario who's coming in. I think that's what happened. But I don't we'll use them. It's more defense. Like our offensive guys are pretty stout, but it's more just who's stepping up or who do we need to switch because McLaurin's beating somebody's ass or Curtis Samuel's running somewhere. But run defense, I think, we stay stout even without JD up front. I'm not really worried about Curtis Samuel. I'm not really worried about the offensive line at all. They can bring back whoever they want back on defense. If they're not scoring points, it's not going to matter. They're going to have to pass the ball regardless. But But I'm feeling pretty confident. As shaky and as weird as this last week was, this should be a second half swamping. First half, I'm going to be pulling my hair out, I'm sure, for a little bit.
For sure.
See, I'm looking at the roster.
I think for the most part, though, is just playing 4 quarters of football. Everybody understanding their assignment. The only person that I'm like I can't stand coming out on the field is that damn Kayvon Wallace. I can't. I'm not a big fan of him. He gets on my damn nerves. He talks too much, and you ask me, and he doesn't produce. He's a liability and on top of that, the bull just cannot understand of like angles how to tackle. Doesn't understand coverage at all.
He's always like a step behind. Yeah, he's either going too far forward or too far back and leaving.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Like during the preseason, he was the one I was just like, please, like, and I don't want nobody to lose their job, but that was one person I was like, please. I was hoping that Jarosky Tark was going to be that guy to replace him.
Yeah, but, be the big sign.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the big sign, but I think it was a guarantee money was the $500,000, and then they said that he couldn't get down to defense as well, and then he missed a lot of practice because of personal reasons. I don't know.
Shashari's safety as well, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured because I think that's the only reason why we dropped him and then brought him back. Maybe like
he was practicing
for that reason. Squad. Yeah, for that reason specifically, which we've had Kayvon for 3 years.
I believe so. No, it's like I think this might be his third or fourth, right?
So like at that point,
he'll be a free agent. I think he'll be a free agent after this season.
And I hope he stays a free agent.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have
to. All right, so let me get your guys' scores. Right. Let me get your guys' scores.
31-14.
31-14. I
think it's going to be maybe 17-7 first half, and we just pedal to the metal second half.
Okay. And then who's your player of the game?
I want to say Smitty because it's his B-Day. And I know Coach, like Coach is like real players coach. Like he wants to show love because, I mean, Quez got 2 straight back-to-back catches last week. And we ain't seen him in like 5-6 weeks. So I know, they had a talk like, all right, let's involve it early. I think
somebody sent him a milk carton with Quez Watkins' face on the back of it.
Where he's circled it. He's circled it. But I think he's gonna go off today. Jalen's gonna have a great game. I don't see anybody stopping AJ Brown. I expect another. Maybe it's a quiet 100 from AJ. Maybe he gets like 2-3 big yards after catch. But I think Smitty might go for $100. Maybe $130.
Okay. All right. Marcus, talk to me.
My player of the game is, like I said earlier, is I was kind of with P on that one as far as Smitty, but I'm gonna stick with Miles. And then I'm gonna go 27-20 Birds as far as the score.
27-20.
Hey, it's going to be a slow start.
Yeah.
Josiah's out, so you got to take – I mean, not Josiah out. Devontae's out, and then you just got to take into account, bro. If Brian Robinson gets hot, he's going to break one off, and then you still got Antonio Gibson. That's 2 touchdowns for them, just between them two. And then Heineke might be able to get one out. Okay. Or just a field goal or something.
Like on a run and scramble, something like that.
Hey, it's funny though because when you say that, like when you say run and scramble, like last week he broke. Eric Kendrick's ankles last week? Did you see that?
Yeah, he missed.
He hit him with a 2-piece and a biscuit and went right. I was like, yo, got up. I was like, wow.
That's hot hezzy, but yeah, he got
right. He got him. So I was like, damn.
It's still not as impressive as Matt Ryan's 40-yard run yesterday.
That was, man. I thought he left both his hamstrings in the back.
He's gonna bust a Jalen. He's like, no, I'm not going out of bounds. I need one of these. I need one.
Yo, it's funny because I had a parlay yesterday, and they had it was like Justin Fields 69 yards, and I was like, oh, that's easy work. My man had 147.
Bro, it's so crazy. Just to go off on a tangent real quick, Justin Fields is fine. I don't know if it's got to be the coaching or the play call or something, bro. Now you doing Justin Fields how Justin Fields should, bro. Just let him go.
Just let him go.
What? Trying to make him some Tom Brady pocket pass. Like if he's not comfortable with that, let him run.
Let him be Willie Beeman.
Yeah,
bro.
Come on.
That's what he did when I coached against, because he was at Harrison High School when I was coaching at Marietta. And kid he's good. He's if the coaches play to his strengths, I don't know, somebody said it and I thought he was bugging, saying let me turn this shit. Said he was bugging because it was like Fields can run him way into the MVP candidacy, but last week, 178 yards rushing. This week, 140 plus rushing. And he hasn't beat nobody with his arms yet. So now he's getting teams with his legs. Mm-hmm. Chicago still took an L, but the fact that if you start putting decent pieces around this kid, he's only what, 20, 21, 22?
Yeah.
He'd be another problem.
Yeah, I mean, and Chicago's trying. I mean, Claypool. He didn't do anything.
I don't believe in Claypool like that. Like he's a great number 2. I don't think.
Remember last year how he killed us? I was like, damn, Steelers know how to pick a wide receiver. It didn't. I don't know what happened to him. He got abducted by aliens or something.
More lights of Pickens. No,
true.
No, yeah. True. But
which is going to make the game against Chicago interesting because Claypool played us already. So he's going to go back to the coaches and be like, hey, this is what we did the first time, and this shit didn't work. Or, hey, this is the coverage they're going to do X, Y, and Z. And then how are we going to stop fucking Fields? That's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, he's the first, like, really mobile quarterback that we're playing. And that boy's fast. If he breaks,
call Kyler the first mobile quarterback. Kyler was the first mobile on the roster.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
I forgot about it.
But he has an arm. He's very, he got an arm. He just can't see. He can't see. I think he's just too short, in my opinion. He's just too short.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
I think so. My score goes, I'm gonna go 17 because the Eagles haven't really let up past 20 points except the first game, and we were in preseason mode still. So I say 17-34 Birds.
Yeah, we putting up 30 today. We
definitely putting up 30.
That's gonna be a statement. But I'm liking the NFC after this though. Like Dallas goes one down. Giants won yesterday, but still like, bro, MVP right now
is it still the Giants are 7-2? Or are they still 7-2?
Game the week keeping it 2.
Okay.
NFC 7-2, and it's still MVP for me is Saquon, because if you take Saquon out of there, they have nothing. I don't care about Slayton doing this. Drop Kadarius Toney, like they have nothing. If we get our front defense nice, bro, we're not worried about it.
I think it's not going to be player of the year.
Oh, so now you like Jalen Hurts?
Oh, Carl wasn't a Jalen.
Oh, Carl!
Oh my God! Woo, boy! He was not that. Carl did not like Jalen Hurts. This is one thing I will say about Jalen. For the past 3 games, Jalen has not been using his legs. He has not got a rushing touchdown. He's been throwing the ball. He's been accurate as well. And it's just exciting to see. And I can't wait to see the little segment with, I think it was Michael Vick, McNabb and them guys. Yeah. I mean, we're missing 2 though. You're missing Rodney Peete, you're missing Cunningham, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, well, Rodney Peete went to my high school. So, you know what I mean? I always had big respect for Rodney Peete. So I just want to say, man, it's just like, it's been a pleasure. It's been enjoyable to wear that jersey, wear the number 1 on it. Like I went to the movies. I was wearing my Jalen Hurts jersey, and people were like, "Man, that dude was a bad dude. That's a bad boy, man." Hey, Eagles 8-0. What y'all doing?
So I wore mine around week 3 or 4. There was chirping. Wait till you do this. Wait till you do that. Like, bro, then this is now. Oh, shouts out to my man Todd. He was out in New York at a vintage shop. So apparently, and you might be able to tell me, Randall Cunningham had a show or a segment on CBS back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. I think I want to say what would you say? What was that segment? Like 93, 94?
See when this had it. I don't even know. So my man went to New York, and there's a vintage shop ran by
Carl. You would probably remember. I remember he had a show. He Randall Cunningham did have a show. I remember. I remember he didn't want to go to Philly. He didn't want to come to Philly. He didn't want to come to the cold. He didn't like the East Coast. You know, he had a Jerry curl, so he was a West Coast guy.
Yeah, he a UNLV boy. Like
yeah. He didn't like that cold weather. He didn't like that cold weather.
Freezing cold.
Well, hey, y'all got any final thoughts before we head up out of here and watch this game and watch our Birds go to victory?
Man, 9-0, loading up right now.
All right.
Can't wait. Social report coming out soon. We got the bye week in the last two recaps. We're making some traction. We got Philly Mike on the show on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. So we'll have Philly Mike on the show next week. No, next Wednesday. This Wednesday. I'm bugging. Yeah, this Wednesday.
You just everywhere, man. That time change jacked you up, bro.
He split school in time. In the space-time continuum, apparently Arizona does not get affected.
See, told you. P texted me back. He was like, I did not know Arizona didn't change. I was like, yeah.
I had no idea.
I said, thanks, P. Thank you for having my back.
Y'all
only person I have my back. Rest of y'all was like, oh, you bugging. And I was like, see, Potion didn't know either.
I had no idea.
I didn't know. I thought everybody went back. So
okay. That's what I said. That's why I was so confused when you guys were like, yeah, we changed. And I was like, I don't change. I don't change. So I thought we were all on the same. I don't know. My bad.
That was then.
It must be nice that you don't gotta wake up and notice your clock went backwards or forward to determine if you get the same amount of sleep year round.
Yeah.
We gotta change microwaves. We gotta change stove tops. Gotta change
right. I totally forgot about that. I mean, living back. Remember, I lived back east. We had back in those days. You had to do everything manual. So it is right. What it is, right? You still have to do your car, right? Still got to do your car the hour and a minute. Yep, still got to do.
No, sir.
So. You got the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. He got the whole. He got the whole navigation system and stuff. Yeah. He got the whole gap.
Hey, must be nice.
Right. Well, yo, this is the Swoop Boys episode 36. It's 36 or 35. I don't know. Well, this is a pregame show.
35.
Right, yeah, 35. So this is a pregame show. We appreciate y'all.
It's a pregame show.
Yeah, it's a pregame show. Well, yeah, we don't really count it, right? I guess we'll just say pregame show. And we came through for you live. Facts. We came through you live. It's me, Coach, and Potion, and we in the building. Yo, go Birds. Check both of these guys out on their social media pages, please, and support. Once you like and subscribe, and also, talk to us. You know what I mean? Y'all always be talking to me. Talk to them too.
Yeah. At Potions11 on IG, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you get your YouTube. Pretty soon, we're gonna start cutting these up. I'm gonna start doing some highlight just breakdowns from an unbiased, just NFL perspective. I haven't seen, and all I've seen was scores. So all the highlight reactions are just gonna be instant, just reaction. So I know how crazy the Green Bay game was. I know how crazy the Buffalo game was. So I'm excited to break those down. But stay tuned with the Swoop Boys, man. It's gonna be a great ride to the end of the season.
Yes, sir.
He talks to Coach. All right, word. Well, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Hey, shouts out Carl. Appreciate you, Carl.
Yeah, cousin always be walking. Always support. Always support him. So we appreciate you, cousin. All right, and we are out.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Boy, you know how we do this. Smitty up the bill, Booby on the wheel. Jalen and AJ think how we for the steel fight. Eagles, fight. Oh, you know we gon' do that. BG, big player, Bonte, Bradbury, pick 6 in the bag. Boy, sweaty on the line, flash that with him. Boy, the Kobe gon' get him, constant, hit him. Boy, and my dog, big as my lot of switching names up. Should be Philly, got it sold up, bro. Why balls? boys.